Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. As promised, I'm back out here with the dart. It's been long overdue. I'm going to just go ahead and start off where I left off, and that's with the selector shaft seal. It's been, I don't know, 9 or 10 months. I had like 3 failed attempts putting it in. I kept bending it, so I made me a little slide hammer. Little homemade slide hammer. I may have to shorten it. It may be a little bit too long, but let me get up underneath here and we'll take this transmission pan back down and see if we can't get it figured out, get it put in there. Thanks for watching. Alright, so here we go. At first glance, it looks like it's worked. Here's my little slide hammer. I got it through the hole. And it's hard, it looks like it's fully seated. So let me take this off there and we'll get a better look at it. Alright, so best I can tell, it looks like we have a winner. It looks seated. It's hard to get up here on the top side, but just feeling it, it feels flat. So let's put the valve body back in it and let's roll with it. Hey guys, so it's only been a year since I worked on this thing, so of course the day that I chose to work on it decided to rain. So I moved it inside the shop. Right now I'm cleaning the valve body up. I'm just hitting it with some compressed air, and I got some carb cleaner just to get all the dirt and grime off of it. It's been sitting for a while, so I figured I'd get it clean while it's raining. We'll just hit it a few more times with some air, get it cleaned up, and then hopefully it's just kind of sprinkling. It's not really raining hard, so hopefully it'll let up. Okay, so I got the ever so carefully I put the little C-clip in. I can't hold the light right there where my finger is. That's for the parking lever. I got it put in. I got one bolt holding it in here, and seems like we got a nice good seal up here. So let's go ahead and get the other. I think we got 9 or 10 bolts, and then I got to put the filter on it. Let's go ahead and get that put on. I will try to put the camera down here and film it. Okay, so I spent the last 30 minutes looking for my new transmission pan, and it was in the front seat of the car. If y'all are just joining, or if you missed the last couple videos, I've got a new building, so everything's been kind of being moved around, and I don't know exactly what went where, but apparently I know I put this in the car. It took me, I just now found it. Alright, so back to the video. Alright, so right here's what we're working with. We got a new pan. I've tried multiple times with that old factory, 2 or 3 different ones of those factory pans, trying to get them to seal. So I just went ahead and bought a new one. It's aluminum, extra capacity. It's got a drain plug. Comes with all the hardware, filter, and a gasket that I'm not going to use. I've got a reusable gasket that I'm going to use, and I might even put RTV on it just to be safe, because I do not want this thing to leak again. I know you're not supposed to on these, but who knows. Alright, so where this has got the extra capacity, you have to mount your filter with this little bracket thing. And what this does is puts the filter down in the pan, so you're not you don't have that gap there. Because if you had a gap, then the extra capacity does you no good. So we'll get I gotta read the instructions because I got two different hardwares here. I'm pretty sure these go with the filter. I'm not really sure what these go to, but we'll go ahead and get this in there, and then we'll start on the pan. Okay, so in the directions it says to use the hex bolts. It comes with two different ones. The only difference is these are a little longer. So I'm assuming I'm not really sure what them are for, but I'm going to use the ones it calls for. It does come with a gasket, and the gasket goes against the transmission. So it's going to go in just like that right there. Alright, let's I'll get the camera turned around and we'll get this thing put in. So I'm trying very hard not to get this thing dirty or anything. So it's gonna go like this right here. Alright, so I think this thing lied. I'm gonna have to use other bolts. Alright, now we just need to snug it down. And just in case you're wondering, I did go back off camera and tighten all the bolts down for the valve body. I didn't do that on camera, but don't worry, I did it. And the instructions did lie. I had to use the longer bolts and not the hex bolts. I guess that was, I'm not sure what that's for. Alright, looks good to me. Now I'm going to get a rag. We'll wipe this surface off here and we should be good to put the new pan on. Okay, so I'm going to put this thing on dry like you're supposed to. I'm not going to use any sealant. I do have one concern, and that is the thickness of this pan is a whole lot thicker around the flange than my other pan. I apologize, I'm probably not getting a lot of this on camera. Am I getting any of it on camera? Nope. Here's where I'm at. I got the pan in. I got a couple bolts in it. Alright, so I'm a little concerned about this area right here. This is my shift linkage, and it has to go on this bracket. This bracket has to go up right here. Hold on. It has to mount right here, and where this is so much thicker, I'm not sure that it's going to still reach, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let me get some more bolts in it, get the gasket lined up, and we'll go from there. Okay, here we are. So I got the pan installed. I got the linkages put back in. I'm gonna have to do some adjustment to my kickdown linkage. I can't get it to go in. It's off. You can see there, it's all the way forward, and this is not. It's all the way forward, and this is not going back far enough to connect. So I gotta do some adjustment on that. But I got the pan in. The only thing I have left is this coolant line right here. I went ahead and got these torqued down. It's 10 foot-pounds, which is not a lot. My torque wrench does not go that low, so I had to go with inch pounds. Just multiply it by 12 is 120 inch pounds. But I got it all the way around. So let's hope it don't leak. I gotta get my plug in and my coolant line. I gotta get a pin right here for my transmission, but I'm gonna make sure it's adjusted right first, because last time I had to adjust it, so it probably moved again. All right, well, let's get this plug put back in, get these coolant lines ran, or line, just one. The other one's already hooked up. It's right here. It's in the front. I didn't have to take it off, but maybe this thing can run today. Oh, I still gotta put the gas tank in, so, but let's get this first. All right, got it in. The new line is in. I actually had to cut the new line that I had to just fit here, and the one that came off had a pretty significant kink in it right here, and so I decided just to cut this one. And before you say, why didn't you just replace the whole line? Well, I was going to, and up there where it screws in the transmission, it's spliced anyway, so they would have had to end up having a splice. So I figured if it's going to have a splice anyway, I might as well just reuse the splice that I had. So pan's on, everything's torqued down, everything's hooked up except for the kickdown linkage that I got to work on later. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start putting oil in it, transmission fluid in it, and while I'm doing that, I'll start putting up my tools, and I might go ahead and start working on this fuel tank, and we'll do that in a different video though. That's going to wrap this one up. So that's going to wrap this video up, and we'll do the fuel tank in another video, hopefully in the next day or two. I'm hoping that I can get it in today, and I can edit it and release the video in a day or two. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it. See you next time.